Hello, everyone. This is BizChicks TV. This is the place where you can find tips and tools to help you do business better. We're here to help you run a profitable business that's fun to run and to take the hassle out of your hustle. And today is the day we talk tech. We're talking tech with everyone who's interested in improving their lives through technology. So today, I just want to say I'm here with my partner and friend, Miss Francine Gregory, real estate entrepreneur and tech diva. I'm Terralina from California Cover Ups, and we're the Biz Chicks. So relax, sit back, get your favorite beverage. I've got my water. I'm hydrating this morning, guys, and find out some new things that are going on in your life. And we always like to start off by giving a shout out to everybody in the clubhouse. Hey, guys, we're just excited about you and all that you do. We we hope that you'll gain some great knowledge today. During our conversations, we'll be joined by Terry Johnson online, all the way from New York City, and our social media um, person from Mediascope, Dr. Tachi. May not be in the house today, but we wish her well in all her endeavors. She has some great things going on in the world of media, and we want to give her a shout out and say thank you for all that you contribute. And if you want to catch Dr. Tachi this week, go see the replay from
Media scope.
Mediascope over on YouTube. So, with that, let's get this party started. Fran, what do you have for us today?
All right. Today in tech history. Uh, wow, there's a lot of stuff happening.
Mm,
Okay. I mean, like lots.
wow. Okay.
I'm going to skip some of these because they're repeats of some things.
Okay.
Um, Physicist Theodore Maiman creates the first laser light using a synthetic ruby crystal device. He was not the first to develop the theories behind lasers nor the first to apply for patents, but he was the first to create an operating laser device. The light produced by this device was not a true beam as we think of most lasers today, but
Mm,
rather a pulse. Other researchers would create the first laser beam soon after, and that was May 16th, 1960.
oh, okay.
Right.
1960. Wow, it just seems like laser beams have been out longer than that. But I
Mhm,
guess not. Because I can remember when they first came out with laser pointers, you
mhm.
know, when you would be showing like a PowerPoint or something. Okay.
May 17th, 1991, the first web server in history, is set up by Tim Berners-Lee on a Next Cube at CERN, the European Particle Physics Laboratory in Geneva, Switzerland. The launch of this first server is considered the public release of the World Wide Web.
Wow. Wow.
Okay.
The thought that we have rooms full of servers now.
Um, okay. So, May 18th, 1998, the United States Justice Department and the Attorney Generals of 20 states, plus the District of Columbia, file an antitrust lawsuit against Microsoft. These cases the case focuses on Microsoft's integration of the Internet Explorer web browser into its Windows 98 operating system. The trial becomes one of the most famous events in tech history, eventually resulting in a settlement between the DOJ and Microsoft. In fact, the sanctions levied against Microsoft only recently ended in May of 2011, almost exactly 13 years after the suit was filed.
Hmm.
Seriously? Okay. You're just going to have to be prepared for stuff when you become more visible. May 19th, 1980, At the National Computer Conference in Anaheim, California, Apple Computer introduces the Apple III. It's the company's first attempt at a business computer,
Mm-hmm.
its first departure from Apple II architecture, and it will also become Apple's first real failure. Apple
Oh.
expects the Apple III to be released in July, but in one of the worst case of delay in tech history, the system wouldn't reach stores until January. Once released, the Apple III will be plagued by component failures that would ultimately lead to large recalls. The Apple
Mm.
III never recovered from its original negative reception and was discontinued by Apple in 1984. This is a good reason for you to stick with what you know.
Mm.
They did personal computer
They did personal computers.
and they did personal computers well.
Hmm. And try to get over into the IBM space, trying to
Right.
do business computers. Hmm.
And that's not who they were.
They were not CompuServe. Do you
No.
remember them?
And CompuServe is not here. So when they got back to who they were, they're still here. CompuServe is not.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Chanu, over on.
Clubhouse.
Mhm.
Hey, how you doing?
So next story. It was just really interesting.
Hmm.
Apple debuts retail stores May 19th, 2001. Apple Computer opens the first two locations of their new retail stores in McLean, Virginia, and Washington, D.C. In the first weekend of opening, the stores will attract 7,700 shoppers
Wow.
and will sell a combined $599,000.
Mhm.
While ridiculed by many technology experts at the time, the Apple stores have been insanely successful and was one of the key reasons for Apple's resurgence in the 2000s.
Because at least you could walk in and get your question answered. Someone
Right,
would actually listen to you and actually look at your tech and see, if there was something that you hadn't done or something needed to be done, or, what they actually helped you.
they did. So, May 19th, 2006, Apple opens their second store in New York City, a 20,000 square foot shop at the underground concourse of the General Motors building at
Mm.
767 Fifth Avenue. Open 24 hours a day, the
Oh
shop
my
is
goodness.
visible at street level through a 32-foot glass cube designed by Apple CEO Steve Jobs at a cost of $9 million. People stood online for hours prior to the store's opening.
Wow.
Yeah.
It sounds beautiful too. I've
Yeah.
seen
It
pictures
is
of
beautiful because I do have a picture of it. I can share my screen and
it.
show you a picture. And okay. I was like,
I
wait.
mean, it was total glass all the way around, and it's just really futuristic.
Mhm. Okay, so this, can you see
Yes, you can see it. Mhm.
it's a very nicely done square building. Okay.
Mhm.
So my next story, hey TJ.
Hey,
Hello.
T.
The first solo flight across the Atlantic, May 20th, 1927, aboard the Spirit of St. Louis monoplane aboard the Spirit of St. Louis monoplane, Charles Lindbergh takes off from Roosevelt Field in New York on his historic flight across the Atlantic Ocean. He will arrive in France 33.5 hours later. And we were complaining about a ride to Australia. 33 hours. Um, okay, so I'm thinking about that. He didn't land anywhere because he's flying over water.
Mhm.
There had to be enough fuel for 33 hours. 1927. I'm
Mhm.
just saying.
Mm.
Did the Wright brothers start doing planes?
Um,
I'm not even sure.
Because that wasn't.
1911, 19 something, 1990? No, not 1919.
Well, I'm gonna look that up in a second. Okay, so the first female to fly across the Atlantic, 5 years to the day after Charles Lindbergh took off on his historic solo flight across the Atlantic,
19,
Amelia.
sorry, 1903. Go ahead.
Oh, okay.
1903.
Okay, they did good. So Amelia Earhart takes off from
Mm.
Newfoundland while her original destination was France. Weather and mechanical problems forced her to land in Ireland nearly 15 hours after she took off. She became the first woman and second person to fly solo across the Atlantic Ocean. Okay, so
Hmm.
now the time is down to 15 hours.
That's half.
Right, because that 33 was like, woo, wee.
Yeah,
So 5 years uh is different now. It's what, six, New York to Heathrow or something.
I think it's 6.
And we got that Concord too.
Yeah,
Remember when they came up with that? I'm sure there've been some improvements since then.
yes. So just you keep plugging away at it. And she flew. I don't know if she had any passengers. Her plane looked like she could have some other people in there. His
Oh,
plane was like
solo.
they both did solo flights, but her
Mhm.
the plane I'm looking at for her, she didn't have. I mean, she had a little bit more
Room.
substance on her plane.
Okay.
Anyway, that's your week in tech history.
Oh my goodness. Thank you, Francie. Thank you so much. Um, I always like to come in here and try to stir things up a little bit. So I'm going to go over here and talk to you ladies for just a second about some things that I thought were very interesting today. And one was that, did you know that you could get your picture put on your refrigerator?
What?
Yes, that you can get your refrigerator wrapped with whatever you want. It could be your picture, pictures of your family. Let's see if I can share my screen and show you some of the wonderfulness that's going on here with these.
So no more magnets.
No more magnets. Isn't that amazing? Can you see that?
You'll have to scroll some. Oh, that is interesting.
And so I thought
Okay.
I thought it was interesting. Let me see if I can find a little video. So, see there, see how they're giving you different ideas for it.
Wow. So you can decorate that whole that I guess it is real estate that is not, you know,
Yeah, that's
they just don't have
unused.
no handles on their refrigerator.
Well, yeah, but I think this refrigerator is so advanced. You probably just touch it and it
Oh,
opens, sort of like an electric door or something. But it
Hmm.
is a Samsung model, and for an extra $500, they will put whatever graphic you want on there, which
Wow.
which I thought was interesting. Can you see this next screen?
you'll have to share it again.
Okay, all right. I have to go out and share it again. Okay, so I for some reason I was just in the kitchen
Well, I
talking
thought,
food.
well, actually, that's a good way to, you don't have to put holes in the wall. You can have the pictures flipping
Exactly,
on your refrigerator. It's
and and now you have a custom refrigerator. So let's say
Wow.
you have a favorite picture of the family or some memory that you want to always invoke when you go in the kitchen, like maybe ancestors cooking or something that just inspires you, a
mhm.
design or a graphic or a picture from your favorite vacation spot or something that you're aspiring for. So you wanted to go to the south of France
You can
and
have pictures just
it's
all.
there always in front of you.
I
So
would
now it could be, what do you call that thing that people are always making, those boards?
a vision board.
A
Vision
vision
board?
board in your
Yeah,
kitchen.
in the kitchen. And I like that idea, but I want to know how, because they set it up for you. So is
Yes.
there a way to, can you change out?
I don't know because you send them the picture, they do whatever they do to it, and then I guess they wrap the doors and
Mhm.
customize the doors for you. So I guess you can have it wrapped as often as you want, as long as you got $500.
Yeah. Well, that is something to think about because yeah, it is something to think about. Just
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because the kitchen is the heart of the home, and it's interesting. It's an interesting concept because think about your kids often if you have an open concept, they can see the refrigerator. And I don't know about you, but my grandkids visit my refrigerator often. So if I can keep a vision in front of them, something that says, you're beautifully and wonderfully made, you know,
Mhm.
he
You
satisfies
could do
your
Bible verses. You could do quotes. You could do
yeah,
motivational.
exactly. You know what I'm saying? And after a while, how that would get down into their spirit and come up when they need it. So yeah, I thought that was a really interesting phenomena. And $500 isn't that much to customize something that we use that often.
Right.
The other thing that I wanted to share with you guys is that engineers are teaching futuristic robot chefs to taste
Robot
food.
chefs. You got
Robot,
a picture?
yeah, well, let's see if I can pull this.
You got some video?
Let me see this footage that she said.
You got a show and tell? Let's see these
Let's
robot
let me
chefs.
see if I can share my screen and if I can get this situated where um it is.
Ooh, there's video.
Yeah, this video. Let's see.
Back it up
And
a little at the beginning.
Cooks can no doubt make just about any
oh, let me start it at the
floor. He's
beginning.
one of many robotic food preppers being hailed as the future of kitchens. And while these mechanical cooks can no doubt make just about any recipe installed into them, they'll always be just that, cooks. That's because they can't taste the food for seasoning or ingredients, unable to add a little bit of this or a little bit of that. But now engineers from the University of Cambridge have built a robot that may be able to literally taste the food that's being prepared and adjust it on the fly. Here's one of the new robotic chef's developers, Shigor Storhetsky, to explain.
So the current project is a robotic chef, which has a very simple sense of taste, and we can use this taste for example, to try to replicate your favorite dish, or we can try to do is to see the difference between two different recipes, and hopefully learn from it.
The robot has a conductive sensor that can tell not only how salty the dish is, but also how moist it is. So far, that's about all it can do. But with more research, the engineers expect it will have an objective robot palate that can taste all the flavors just like ours can.
The huge advantage of robotic taste is that it's objective. It will be always the same. So we have no affect by mood or by personal preference. And it will always remember all the dishes it tasted before.
I like the part about it knowing how much salt, if you're on a sodium restricted diet, it can taste the amount of salt, or you could program it to say it only put this much milligram. Because when you're cooking, you're like, if you're not measuring or you're doing it by sight, it's like you could over salt or over season or something like that. So
That's true. And if you're cooking for someone who has a specific diet, I guess, like robots cooking in a hospital,
yeah,
I could see
that.
what that would be,
And also, I like that if they would chop up my vegetables for me. I know you can buy pre-chopped. I just don't,
Yeah.
I like to buy my pepper but I'm not a fan of chopping. So if it can do that for me, like if I want to make soup, I
Yes.
make soup. I gotta chop everything, and sometimes I don't like doing it. So if I can get the
Mhm.
robot to chop up my carrots and my onions and my
Well, I am
garlic,
sure
and
they
all I
probably
gotta
have.
do is and all I gotta do is come and cook it. I'll do that.
Mhm.
I'll
Well,
do
I'm
that.
sure that the robot is capable of cutting. It
Yeah.
it it was the tasting part that I thought that now they've
Yeah.
added their ability to program through artificial intelligence a robot to taste the food. And I'm like,
Now
really?
that's the amazing part.
That's what caught my eye. You know what I'm saying? Because we know these robotic arms and animated robots can actually do a lot, like
We
lifting
are
and
starting to look like the Jetsons for real.
for real, for real. And what was the little maid's name?
Rosie,
Yeah,
Rose. Yeah. Hmm.
it's gonna be like
Rosie the robot.
it'll be like Star Trek pretty soon, where you can be computer, prepare me a cheesecake with
Yeah,
strawberries, and it's gonna go
yeah. I want a cheesecake, but who wants to put all the work into it?
right,
Hmm.
and the replicator does it. And I mean, are you really eating cheesecake because it's been replicated, or is it?
Are you really eating meat if it's been grown on barley? I don't know, friend. I don't know.
Questions.
Oh my gosh. We were talking today about earlier on a different broadcast about the fact that there's a shortage of baby formula. And so someone was saying that you could actually buy powdered mother's milk in some of
Really?
yeah, exactly. It's been a long time since we had
Powdered breast milk, actual breast milk.
uh-huh.
Right, because
Yeah.
there was somebody in tech that was talking about that,
Hmm.
that they were doing some tech where they were trying to recreate mother's milk.
Hmm. And so there is stuff in the what do you call it? Whole food stores, not Whole Food brand, but in the what is that section where everything is holistic? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
natural foods or
Natural foods. That's what
what
that's
it
what
is.
I'm looking for. Thank you, TJ.
Mhm.
A natural food section that they actually could, you can source it there because they were telling, oh, there's a shortage. I don't believe in that. But anyway, I believe it's happening, but I believe that he has what you need if you, ask him where to find it. So
Mhm.
those were one of the things that they were talking about. And it's also been a while since we even, I don't, this has nothing to do with tech, but it's been a while since I raised children, but I don't even know if formula was in existence. We used pet milk and
Oh, there's different types
other
of formula that they got iron,
now.
this,
Yeah, now
that. Because
they have
a lot of babies have sensitive things, and so there's a whole that like the Similac line is not just one or two. There's like
okay.
20 different. Because there's kids that have different, babies
Iron
that have different
deficiencies
issues.
and yeah,
And
okay.
they can put that in, like if they need
Hmm.
extra iron or if they need extra B whatever, they
Hmm.
can put that in the formula, and then it's because I paid attention one like I said, a long time since I looked at that, but I was in the drugstore and saw I was like, why is there so many
Different
different
brands.
lines
Yeah,
in
yeah.
like the Similac or the Enfamil because the babies have different
And they
nutritional
all have
needs,
different
so.
color labels. Okay.
And they're all different, and it's like a
Wow.
ton of them. So, but I was watching that baby formula store because it's been on the news like every day. So I think
Yes.
CBS this morning
Hmm.
they had the lady on that she lived in Texas, and I think she has an aunt in Mexico. She drove 14 hours and bought everything that she could, boxes and boxes, but not to keep for herself. She's in a
Group.
group. They have tons of Facebook groups where the mothers and fathers are like, "Oh, I
Like
need this, I need that," so they're
trying to
swapping and
source
stuff.
it.
So
Yes.
they showed her boxing up some of it to send to people in the group. So she wasn't just going to buy it to
To
hoard.
hoard
And
it.
a
Yeah.
lot of the mothers was like, "Oh, I saw 2 boxes. I only bought one because I didn't want to. There's another baby that needs it." So that's where
Yes.
their mind is. Or they get a lot of it and they go to the groups and say, "Okay, I have it. Give me your address. I'll send it to you and everything." So there's a lot
Yeah,
of sharing going on.
Isn't that a blessing to know the people that
Mhm.
generous, because you can hoard during a shortage or you can gouge people, and I'm just glad to know that the hearts are in the right place.
Mhm. Mhm.
right.
That was on the news that they had lots of parent groups where they're doing that. People are,
And now you can put your
sharing.
baby on the doors of your refrigerator.
Mhm.
And then there is an article here, and it says it's from 2020. Startups are racing to reproduce breast milk in the lab at
Wow.
MIT.
Hmm. Hmm. So because that is the most nurturing thing. Mother's milk is best.
Right.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
yeah, so
And there are a lot of groups where they actually sell breast milk.
Yeah,
Right.
I've seen that too.
So, yeah.
Yeah, there's a bank.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and that's been in existence for quite a while. Um, and then I think about, Moses. She
Yeah.
needed a wet nurse. Ended up being
Yeah.
his mother, but she didn't know that. She just looking for a wet nurse.
Right, right, right.
hmm So
Well,
this
the plants are back in production, so they said it's gonna be like 2 or 3 weeks before
weeks.
everything gets back on the shelf. So we
And they're
praying for
flying
the
stuff
babies
in
to
from
survive.
Ireland. I saw
Hmm.
where they're flying things in from Ireland
Right.
using the military
Because
planes,
Biden did some kind of defense something that you
defense
can
act.
enact
Mhm.
during the war where there's production of something. So he invoked that. So there you go.
All right, so that's what I have today. Get your face on your refrigerator, get your robot to taste your food, and relax.
Get the robot to taste and season your food.
There you go. Is that deep? That is so deep. I'm just like,
That is
okay.
something. What's next? I don't know. We got to go back and watch the Jetsons and see what's next
I
because it's coming
guess.
Right.
from them.
I guess.
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting.
So with that, I yield the mic to TJ. What's up,
Okay.
TJ? Let me get you in position.
All righty. While I wait for my spot. There you go. Okay, so what's happening this week in social media news? We're gonna start with Snapchat. Now,
Oh,
Snapchat has launched an option to display eBay listings in the snaps. So what that means is that users can share if they have an eBay store and they want to sell on Snapchat, they can share from eBay to Snapchat. So they're saying
oh,
that right, you'll be able to share your product to your Snap and Snap stories with the listing showing up as a sticker that you can overlay on your post. So this again is you want expose your eBay shop to what you're sharing, or not sharing, selling. You can put it on and in your snaps and your snap stories. So Snapchat says more than 142 million buyers shop on eBay globally to find everything from the latest sneaker drops to rare vintage handbags. And now Snapchatters have a seamless way to share what they've been eyeing or even what they are selling, right where conversation with real friends are already happening. Because you can, even if you don't have an eBay shop, but you see something that, and remember, Snapchat they use it a lot. And I say they, Gen Z and that group, the younger group, they use it a lot for communication, like a private group. So one Snapchat person can see something on eBay, like they talked about the sneaker drops. They can say, hey, they can share it from eBay, and then the group can buy it. So it's like a one drop shopping thing for eBay and
interesting.
Snap. Hmm.
Interesting.
So everything is going, you hear about, you can connect your Instagram shop, and you can have people buying in Instagram and Facebook. So everything's going that way. So TikTok is even doing, I'm going to talk about it in a minute, but TikTok is doing it also. So you're going to hear more and more connection where I'm on one app, I can tap and buy from another app, or I can share from this app to that app, and people can just buy. Because you don't want to have them, well, go to my link in bio and click my shop link and click my this and click my that. So it's like a direct buying line. So that is happening. All
Okay.
right. Okay. So let's go to YouTube. And here we go with more shopping. So YouTube has said that they're having upcoming features for live stream shopping expansion with cold streams and live directs. So now this is a lot. So they're saying that they're going to allow two creators to go live at the same time to co-host a single live shopping stream. Each creator will bring their own fan base to the stream. And so, they have something called Go Live Together, where enable creators to invite guests to their live stream with a link before going live. But then they're going to connect the shopping part of it. So
So
they
now you can do your QVC thing.
right, that's it exactly. Everybody can start QVC on YouTube or TikTok or wherever there's live streaming. So they're saying this new 2-person live shopping feature will roll out sometime later this year. So that's going to be, two people can, and remember, Amazon has this too. Amazon Live has their, people go live and they show the product and you can buy it right then from the live stream. So a lot of these platforms are doing that. They also announced that they have something called live redirects. So creators will start a shopping live stream on their channel. Then they're going to redirect their audience over to a brand channel for fans to keep watching. This allows brands to tap into the power of the creator's platform. They're live, reach their fan base, and then they can direct them to the brand so they can go over there and buy or see what's going on the brand's channel. So this is also going to roll out later this year.
Who is this? Say
This
that
is
again.
YouTube.
YouTube. Okay.
Right.
Wow.
So they have a 2-person live shopping feature, and then they're gonna have live redirects where you do a live about a brand. You have a influencer thing with them, and then at the end of the live, when you're talking about it, you send them over to the brand.
Mm-hmm. Well, Mark says, "Hey, we're living in a virtual mall."
That's what
That's
it
so
is.
true. Every time we
That's
turn
what it
around,
is.
someone's,
So,
yelling.
YouTube CEO Susan Wojcicki, I forgot how to say her name, but I probably butchered it. She says people come to use YouTube every day to make decisions about what to buy, and 87% of viewers say that when they're shopping or browsing on YouTube, they feel like they can make a faster decision about what to purchase because of all the information that we have in videos. We have so much shopping activity that is already happening on YouTube, so we making it easier for viewers to discover and to buy. So, we've been talking about YouTube a lot, and they've been doing a lot, adding a lot of features and stuff. So, we joked about the QVC, but really that's what it is.
That's what it is.
That's what's happening. You don't have to go to the store to buy, if you Amazon, you go and you see a live stream and I've seen it on the app, and the person is, talking about this and demoing the product and this and that. There's the link to buy. So what it is that they're using that creator is giving out information and educating you about the product, and they'll have a link to buy, or in this case with the redirect, they send you right to the brand's channel after the live stream is in. So I think we talked about that last week, where you can have your live redirect to anybody. So some of the things YouTube are doing is to keep you on the platform, and two, to help you get people to buy from you or a brand sponsorship that you have. So
Okay.
YouTube is doing things and all of these channels are doing things with live streaming and live video and short video is because of TikTok. TikTok is just making everybody, okay,
Step
we
it
got to
up.
up our game. Yeah, because the YouTube shorts is taking off. I read some things that if you put shorts on your channel, that increases your engagement. More people come and watch your other videos, so that's why you want to do the shorts. So it's something to look into. So I expect YouTube to do a lot more. And remember, all of this comes from China. They do a lot of live shopping, e-commerce over there on apps off of live streaming. So that's where it's coming from. If you're like, where is this coming from? They gotta keep up with competition. All right, so let's look at us. Let's stay with that, because TikTok has they also have interaction with their live. So they're adding games to their
I
live.
saw that.
Live. Yeah. Mini games. So they're launching their own in-app mini games to boost user engagement. So this is what TikTok is saying. TikTok has been conducting tests so users can play games on this video sharing app, and they're testing it in Vietnam. Parts of plans for a major push into gaming. This is what they're doing. So they want to enhance the live stream experience between creators and their fans. They're also doing something called it's not given a name, but one of the examples, they're doing a cross between a game and a virtual gifting experience on the live. So they're letting users add something called a treasure box. That was the example. The treasure box to live videos with doled out coins after a timer is up to a random set of users. So it's really gamifying the live. So you're not just, on the live talking. There's a gaming feature. So I guess I saw one examples, like the little box would be at the bottom of where the person is talking, and then it allows people to play games while they're watching the live, watching you, and then they get a chance to win some coins.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well,
So
Mark has a comment here.
okay.
He says, gee, I can't figure out why more and more children are diagnosed with ADHD.
Doing TikTok, you might as
because
well.
constantly entertained.
Yeah, because it's getting beyond the passive watching. It's like, okay, here's a game. Here's a mini game you can play while you're watching a live stream, or you could do this. Also, they're saying they're adding TikTok is adding a shopping bag. I just lost it. Oh, I touched it. Go back. I shouldn't have touched my notes on my pad. Now
I know what you mean.
it's gone away. Okay, wait. Let me. Oh, here it is. So, TikTok is adding a shopping bag icon to live shopping videos, which, when clicked, opens up a window where viewers can browse through available products with the option to click to add them to the cart for immediate purchase. So you see how all these platforms are doing that, where you're doing a live, and the item is below, or you're playing a game. They're trying to keep you on. So it's no longer, okay, you're doing the live and you're talking. You got to have other things, bells and whistles going around when you're on the live.
Wow.
So see how on here on StreamYard, we got the little ticker going. We could have a game on the screen, and you could do all kinds of things. So that's where we're going. So TikTok is doing it, YouTube is doing it, Snapchat is doing it. Just look for more in case, like Mark said, the ADHD. Yeah. Oh, there's more TikTok. So also now this is a big deal, because that was one of the issues with TikTok in the early days when the pandemic started. And you remember all the kids were doing dances, and they would make up a dance, and then somebody else would do the challenge. But the original creator, it was mostly the African American kids that weren't getting credit for it. And some other cultures were stealing it and becoming bigger than the originator. So TikTok has launched a creator crediting feature, allows users to credit video creators and trend originators by allowing users to tag, mention, and credit a video and post. It will encourage people to credit their sources of inspiration. So right now, when someone wanted to credit another video, they had to say it in the comments, or they had to say it in the video or the caption. So now there's going to be a specific tag that you can say, well, this originated from this TikTok creator. And they're saying users will be able to access the feature through the video page after posting or editing a video. On the video page, they will have the option to tag videos they have liked, favorited, posted, or that uses the same sounds. TikTok will also add user prompts like pop-ups explaining the importance of crediting and encouraging users to cite original creators. Because I know that was like a big thing, like I think maybe last year or 2 years ago. And I know there was one of the TikTok influencers on not Jimmy Kimmel, one of the talk shows, the late night talk shows, and she was showing them how to do the dance and stuff. And they was like, well, she stole it for somebody else. So why is she on the show getting credit for something that somebody else? So it was hard. It was hard to find the originator of the challenge or the dance or whatever. So now TikTok is saying, okay, we're going to do this. And you have to, you can put in, this was from this creator. So it's like a backtrack to the originator. So TikTok is doing that. Let's see. Next, Twitter. Let's go to Twitter. Now there's lots of going on with Elon Musk, and is he buying it? Is he not buying it? He don't. It's just a back and forth. I'm really not paying attention to it. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. Either he buys it or he doesn't.
Exactly.
But this is a long going story, so just stay tuned. There'll be more back and forth. But we're just going to talk about Twitter and the new things they're adding to the app. So Twitter has a new misinformation policy, and they want to push down misleading viral tweets. So they have a new policy which aims to reduce the spread of viral misleading tweets on the platform. This policy, it focuses on false content or allegations made during broadly defined times of crisis and includes specific changes which will catch the average Twitter user's eye. Now, this is what Twitter put out as an explanation. To reduce potential harm, as soon as we have evidence that a claim may be misleading, we won't amplify or recommend content that is covered by this policy across Twitter, including in the home timeline, search, and explore. So that's what they're saying. They're trying to keep this false or misallegation, misinformation tweet. But this is like whack-a-mole, especially
Yes.
on Twitter.
Say that.
It's like whack-a-mole. So, and I'm going to go off for a second because now they're going after Discord and Twitch because of what happened in Buffalo. Now, you can't fault Discord. I always say it's a social media is a screwdriver. Is the person building Habitat for Humanity, or are they trying to kill somebody with the screwdriver? How is that the screwdriver's fault? It's the use and the intent. So now they're going after Discord saying, oh, we got to shut down Discord is private servers.
Right.
And it's like people are like-minded. Right now, I have some NFT servers, some other things, but it's all around a topic or a person. So that means that people are gathering and having conversations about something they all believe in, right?
Right.
So if this person that did what they did is in a Discord server with like-minded people, who is turning each other in? Are the criminals turning the criminals in? Or are they all over there, masterminding and talking and gathering and amongst themselves? So how is that Discord's fault when they're saying, here's the tools so you can have a group, a communication tool where you have a group of people talking about a like-minded subject. Now, Discord doesn't say, well, this is a good group or this is a bad group because they're all private servers. Discord's not in there looking at the conversations that's going on. Same thing with Twitter. I mean, not Twitter. Twitch. Twitch is the same kind of way, but Twitch is more of a public thing versus Discord is private service. Twitch can be, if there's a channel where they're talking about gaming and something's happening or something that's going against the terms of service, yes, they can go and shut down. But who's watching it? If you like that topic and you're watching the video, are you going to turn that person in? So we have to talk about that as a society. Are you going to turn somebody in if you're like-minded? You're not going to say anything.
And can you be prosecuted because you didn't turn them in? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, how do we keep up with that? Because it could be thousands of people watching.
But see, the thing about Discord, it's private.
Right.
You get an invitation to join. It's a private service, not public. But you're all in there because, well, I like Gary's V Friends. He has a NFT Discord, and then they go and there's different channels about the NFTs. So everybody's in there like-minded. So if he's in a Discord where they're talking about extreme white supremacy and this and that, they're all the same. It's like they're all chickens in there. There's one chicken gonna turn the other. Well, we all in here together. See,
right.
So that's I don't understand the witch hunt against Discord because, well, we got to shut Discord down. Why? Discord, it's like I got to shut down the screwdriver or the hammer or the.
It's like we keep saying they do not understand social media.
And because now if Discord does not remove them from the platform, there may be an issue.
Right.
But
somebody has to report it.
Right. And nobody reported it prior to this event.
Right. So this is what I'm saying. I feel like I know law enforcement, y'all got a lot of jobs to do. But now you got to create some kind of task force where you pretend to be the white supremacist or whoever it is and get access to the Discord server and see what's going on in there.
Right.
That's the only way to get this out of Discord, because it's a private server. It's like private groups in Facebook. We only find out about a lot of stuff in Facebook because somebody's in there who's like, this is wrong, and they screenshot it. I think it was something with the fire department somewhere, that they had a meeting and they said something in the group, and someone in the group turned them in. Otherwise, it would have stayed in the private group, because they're all like-minded people.
Right.
Mhm.
They're not going to turn each other in. So this is an opportunity where I don't know how they're going to do it, where they find the money, hire a group of people. I don't know how they're going to do it, but they have to be in. They have to go in. Isn't there? Spike Lee did a movie? What's the Spike Lee did a movie where the guy infiltrated? He was
infiltrated the Klan.
Yes,
Black
yes.
Klansman.
Yes,
Black
he was black, but the person that was talking. But see how they did that? They kind of went into the group as one of the members, pretending. So you got to have that. Otherwise, there's nothing you can do about Discord unless you're going to shut it down completely. I mean, I don't understand the witch hunt again. I mean, I do, but I'm just saying the solution is not to go, well, we got to shut down Discord, which is the talk I'm hearing, because there was.
The problem with that is now you're into book burning. What do they call it when they start? You know what I mean? You're trying to shut down the ability of free speech. This is going to be interesting. And so, because we could have shut down the telephone company in the 50s. I mean,
yeah, they were having conversations, right?
We're using these telephones to spy equipment. It's the same thing. It's the same attitude. It's a massive system.
Right.
So you have to go after the people.
The individuals.
You cannot. The tool is not going to change the situation. Okay, so now we're going to turn off all the lights because that bulb burnt me. Okay.
And so what do you do, Fran? Do you go over here and start the company, just start it up somewhere else?
Well, but that's when people in society have a responsibility to regulate and check other people in society. If we don't say something about injustice, or if we don't do something about it, say something about it, and just sit back, well, that's their free speech and they can say whatever they want, but it's harming other people.
Right.
So now I need to say something.
Yeah, and in this particular case with this person in the Discord, it wasn't like they were saying and writing things way before, and there were a lot of things that were happening. So I'm just seeing that now they're jumping on Discord. Like they jumped on Facebook, then they jumped on Twitter. Rightly so. Things need to change. I'm not saying that things should be the way it is, but the way a Discord server is set up is private, started by like-minded people, and it could be good, the NFTs, or whoever it is, and we're gonna have a book club and we're gonna talk about Oprah's books. Mm-hmm. So that's in a private Discord server. But then you have the other ones where we're white supremacists and we're gonna come over on Discord. The person starts a channel and they start talking about all that stuff. Unless there's someone in there to turn the other people in, which is unlikely because I'm joining because this is something I want to be a part of. So you gotta have some kind of other task force or something where they go in pretending to be like in the movie, the Spike Lee movie, pretending to be like-minded and listening to the conversations. And then when they see a crime happening or something about to happen, then they go, okay, let me come out. And it's like going undercover, like the detectives going undercover on the street. But they got to do that online. So I don't know where law enforcement is with that, but that's what's got to happen. Or one of the people in the group say, you know what, this might be a little bit too much. I just came in for some fun and laughs or whatever. Let me turn this person in. But you can't rely on that because, again, it's like-minded people. That's like-minded people. So what are you going to do? You can't blame the tool because it's a tool. So
there we are.
Here we are. But something has to be done. I don't know what, but it's not shut down Discord and shut down Twitch.
Shut down the internet.
would you shut down the internet, shut down this and that? I don't know. It's just one of those things that is starting to, people are starting to roll out that way. Like, oh, he was on Discord. Now they're looking at Discord through the negative lens, which it wasn't before.
And other people probably never ever heard of.
Never heard of Discord. Now they got the pitchforks and they're ready to storm the castle.
And that's what they did with the people who had the tiki torches.
Yeah.
The people with the tiki torches said, hey, we didn't condone these people.
We made this for your backyard. It's in your backyard.
We didn't tell that is not the purpose for which we made these torches.
Right. So now Tiki Torch got to put on their product, do not use this for hate speech or hate crime, or
but they're taking responsibility, because somebody did something stupid with their product.
Right. And then remember when that was out, every news story said Tiki Torches, and that's a brand.
Right.
So as the brand Tiki Torch, I'm like, hold up, wait a minute. That's not what it's for. We made this for you when you have your backyard barbecue and it's night out and you want to still sit in your backyard. You put those out. So I don't know. I'm just saying, I feel like I've seen some stories gearing up, and like you said, they don't know what Discord is, but they're coming after it. So you can't blame the tool. You got to blame the person hiding or holding the tool or using the tool incorrectly to harm other people. So I don't know. Okay, so back to Twitter. They also have some. They have something called super follows only spaces. So you can have a super follower. So that's where you set up super follow. Okay, let me explain. Super follows is a way for people most engaged followers to help them earn money when they post on Twitter, and you can get the super follow subscription. So now they're adding spaces into the things that you can offer for the super follow subscription, which they're paying for. So you could have, a VIP conversation or a mastermind conversation inside the spaces where only the super followers that pay you can come in. So they're saying subscribers will be able to join and request to speak in super follows only spaces, and they can start the super follow only space by selecting only super followers can join button when starting a new space. Users who aren't super following a creator will still see the space but won't be able to access it unless they subscribe. So Twitter's putting that ability out for super followers. So if you have that, let us know. Also, one more from Twitter. Twitter is testing new tags to indicate engagement from tweet author and the replies. What this is that the original author of the tweet will have a tag next to their name when there's a threaded conversation. I've seen this on Reddit. When in a Reddit community, someone will post something and then the threads can get really complicated and you don't know where the original author is and their responses. So there's a tag next to that person's name that says original author or original poster or something. So it's a way of tracking to see if the original author of the tweet is responding to your response or retweet, if that makes sense.
Okay.
And I think that is it for one more from Instagram. Let's get into this. Now this one, okay. Instagram is testing a new stories layout that hides excessive posts. Now let's talk about this. Some people will get in stories and post like 50 stories, and you can tell because you see the little dots at the top. Yes. Whereas most people will do one or two stories and you see a long line at the top that indicates how many stories that author posted. So now a user in Brazil has noticed that the Instagram app now only shows 3 of the stories that you share. So if you say you share 10, the person that's following is only going to see 3, and then there'll be a little button that says show all, and then you
Okay.
see all 10.
I like that.
Okay, so this will, and I don't follow a lot of people that do a lot of stories, but I've seen it where you can look at the top and you see little dashes. That means they posted a lot of stories, and the limit is 100. You can post 100 stories at once.
So,
Now, who's gonna sit there and watch 100 stories?
I'm
Most
not.
people don't, but I've seen some
A
people that have a
stalker.
lot of stories. So, so they're going to they're going to show the first 3, and it'll say 3, and then there'll be a show all button at the top. You click that, and you get to see all. If you don't click the show all, it goes to the next person's stories that you follow. Got it?
Yeah.
So some people saying they don't like that.
Look, I don't want to watch your 100 stories taking up my time like that.
Right. Who's got the time? Whenever I see somebody that has that many stories, I'm like, I might look at a few and then I'm moving on. I'll give, for example, the VCon Gary Vaynerchuk's VCon conference started today. So I noticed his stories yesterday. He had a lot of stories, and I'm like, I'm not watching all that. So in this case, I would see his first 3, and there would be a show all button. And I could just see his 3 stories, and then it would go to the next person. So that is where I could see that it's helpful. But now people are saying that they're not like, they don't like this because you won't look at the rest if you only see 3 stories. That you won't go and investigate this person's rest of the stories.
Well, then that means you better put your top 3 up, because I'm not watching all of that.
Right. So now, why is Instagram doing this? They're defocusing on stories and promoting reels, because we talked about a story, I think it was last week or the week before, that they're going to change their layout to look more like TikTok, where it's full screen and it's going to be reels. Reels is going to be the focus when you go into Instagram, because Instagram wants you to do a reel or watch the reels. So if they take, and remember, stories are the little circles at the top. So if they go into a full view layout in the app, there won't be any circles at the top. They'll be somewhere else. So the people that like stories are not happy.
Well, they just changed the furniture in the room anyway, so they're not going to be happy after a while anyway, because everything is a reel. Right.
Everything's going, eventually, you're right. Everything in Instagram is going to be a reel. Just get ready for it. When you go in, I mean, when you open up Instagram, boom, reels are going to pop up. Like TikTok, when you go on TikTok, the first thing you see your For You page, or you can switch to the people that you're following. But as soon as you open TikTok, boom, it goes right into the video. You don't tap anything. It just bloom, starts playing, and then it goes to the next and the next and the next. So Instagram is going to do that, which the people that like to post photos and graphics are not happy.
But photos, see, they're not keeping up with the time, because the guys just told us they're moving away from the photos.
Right. And see, people are mad. Oh, well, Instagram used to be a photo sharing app. Used to be when it came out.
Used to be.
What was that, 2010, 2011? They're not doing that anymore. It's short form videos. And when you go into Instagram, don't get mad. You're going to see a bunch of reels. So Mark has some comments. Let's take a look at that.
He says, I can't, okay, so let's see here. They should also have a system where specific keywords trigger moderators' presence.
Right. But see, that's the thing with Discord. It would have to trigger the owner. And if I started a Discord on white supremacy, I wouldn't really care.
Right. Because Discord doesn't even know what you're doing unless they are in your group. Because
you're right.
They don't know.
Somebody reports them. Or
right.
Reports to them.
Right. And they do have rules.
Yeah.
But somebody has to report to them that somebody's violating that rule.
Right.
Okay. And then he says, I'm inspired to post 101 stories today. All of them will be is staring at the blank void that is the camera without comment. Okay. That will be interesting. Let's see what reaction. I'm sure you get some feedback on that. I
Wow.
sat here for 2 hours and I didn't see anything. Did you? Where's
I can't believe that I didn't know the limit was 100 on the stories. I mean, I'm just
Yeah,
my
I did
cat is
not like
crying.
that.
Why is he be crying? My cat wants my attention. Okay, but that if there's no other comments, that is your social media news update for this week.
Okay.
Well, we'd like to say thank you for everyone who watched live, who are watching this replay, and those of you who participated in the clubhouse. We just want to say thank you for taking the time to share your Friday with us. We have lots of things going on here at BizChicks, and we invite you to become a part of the BizChicks community. You can simply go to bizchicks.net to get signed up, jump in the community. We got things going on. We got trainings. You can also join by texting biz to 33777. So there's two different ways to join in. Texting biz to 33777 or just going simply to bizchicks.net. Become a part of this community so we can share your genius with the world. We have TJ Johnson online from New York City here every Tuesday. And you need to come in and listen about how to handle your social media, how to handle your digital marketing. We have other great women on the rest of the week as well, with Coach Karen on Wednesdays talking about how to get your money mind right. Thursdays, we talk about how to keep yourself healthy and happy because you need your health to enjoy your wealth. And then Friday, we talk tech again. So Monday, we have a conversation. We bring a guest in to anything and everything to help you keep your business profitable, fun to run, and to take the hassle out of your hustle. So we appreciate you and want to say thank you.
We want to remind you to go to the front of your own line, and it's okay to have a profitable business that's fun to run. We'll see you Monday. Have a great day, guys.